All right, guys, we left off with doing all of these different pliers and wrenches and side cutters with this Plastidip. We managed to take it all the way down to right about here, which is pretty low in there. But we also managed to get one other thing done. And if you see here, these Koken Ratchets are pretty popular, and they have one slight little downfall, and that is this plastic handle. It is a little bit, how can I say, it's not pliable really, and it's more scratchy, and I just don't think it's a really good handle that takes abuse as well as some other options. So with that being said, one of you guys actually reached out and asked, hey, what can we do to fix this? Can we dip that? And I said, let's give it a shot. So here's how it starts, and after 4 applications, so let's dip it, let's see what happens as we put a couple coats on it and see if it makes it a better ratchet and protect that handle. All right, let's check it out. Now, of course, I cleaned everything off with rubbing alcohol first, and the process to this is 5 seconds for every inch that you go down, so slow as you go and slow coming back out. All right, let's do this. All right, we'll bring it back out. All right, this is it dipped. So you guys could see, it's got a couple little bumps in it. Not too bad. There's the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of compressed air, or turbofan in this case, and see if we can smoothen out those little bubbles. You can see there's one right here. All right, that bubble is now gone. It looks good. All right, we'll take this one, hang it, and let it dry. We'll check and see if it's thick enough or if we need to do a little bit more to it. All right, guys, welcome back. This is after the first round of applying the Plastidip. We let it dry for about an hour, but it's gone on pretty uniformly. You can still see some of the plastic marks underneath, so it's still fairly thin. We'll go ahead and give it another dip and see how it goes. That's what it looks like so far. Looks good. No imperfections on there so far, so I'm actually pretty happy with how that turned out. All right, once again, we'll let that dry for, it says 30 minutes. I'm going to probably let it dry for 45 minutes to another hour. Make sure it just dries really good, and we'll go from there. I might shoot a little bit of, again, I use that turbofan. You can use compressed air. Actually got a little dot right there if you guys could see it developing. So spray a little bit of compressed air on it. I think I give it a little rotisserie. Let it dry out that top layer. I get up a little too hard on the tail here. We'll give it another try. It's just nice because this stuff is self-healing, self-leveling. And so as long as you're not too aggressive with it, you could come back and fix a lot of the mistakes you make. And of course I dip my finger in it. See if we can fix that. So we started out with this, and we ended with this. Now it still retains much of the original design and shape, but now it's completely coated all the way up to here. Now I'm going to take that and trim it back here. You guys can watch as I trim it. But now you have a grippy handle. Put this down here so you guys can see. A nice grippy handle that's not going to go anywhere. And you could take it and drop it, beat it. And it's going to heal back up, right? Because that's what it does. I actually just smacked it on those pliers and it actually held up pretty good. So I'm actually pretty impressed at how that looks and feels. All right, so let's try trim it up a little bit. Make it look a little better than what it does. Now, grab a sharp blade. You're going to want to find the spot where you want to cut it. I'm going to just leave it a little bit up here. Don't want to take off too much too soon. Sorry if you guys can't see that. So it does make it kind of hard to cut this because of its kind of self-healing nature. Granted, it's dry, but this rubber is not super easy to cut. I'm going to make it look as clean as possible, so I'm trying to take my time here. There you go, that cleaned right up. You can trim that back however far you want to. Maybe you want to come down in here. If you have it on a straight surface like this, let's say you cut it right there, that it's going to want to get grease or whatever in there, and it's going to want to walk its way off. It's not going to stay on. So having this reducer here is going to help it stay on. So you could probably cut it right here and be just as fine too. It's going to help kind of keep a compression there and not allow it to go down. But I wanted to keep it down here, down towards the neck, to really make sure that nothing gets inside there and it stays on there nice and tight. Plus, I mean, it's just going to protect even more. And it's going to give me that ability to have my finger and my hand in that valley there, much like it would be on this one. So, I don't know. For me, I like it. What do you guys think? Did it turn out well? This one, total dippings was, again, four coats is in there. And we went mostly to the top. It's going to be thicker down below. This is a little bit on the thinner side up top. But we did a total of 4 coats on it. And I could have done more. I could have gone 5 like I did with this. I just don't know if I want that much extra mass on there at that point. I think for me, in this temperature that I'm in right now, granted I'm in about 40 degrees, guys, so it's going to probably stick a little bit thicker than you guys in a warmer climate right now. Tell me what you think. Is this something you guys want to do to yours? Make it work, make it last? Instead of beating the tar out of it? I mean, these are great ratchets. I love mine. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please like and subscribe down below, and give me your comments. I'd love to hear all of them. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.